All right, today guys, we have this beautiful 1990 MR2. We're gonna talk about it, we're gonna drive it, we're gonna throw it on the dyno. What else could you ask for? Stay tuned. Makes all the right noises. All right guys, so right off the bat, I'm in love. This car does kind of everything you want it to do without being big or obnoxious or having to have a ton of power. It's just kind of the perfect little sports car, if you will. And it's one of those things where you can literally just shift in the middle of the turns and take it pretty quick. This thing is really planted. It does steer exactly the way you should. Obviously there is a known problem you want to be, looking out for with any mid-engine or rear engine vehicle, which is that snap oversteer. But everything feels super planted in this car. It does have Cusco coilovers, which help the handling of the vehicle out, but it's very twitchy. It's super responsive with the steering wheel, and it makes you want to push it, if that makes sense. In every single turn, you're like, I want to cut that apex of this turn just because I can. So I know I've talked about it before with these cars specifically, but the interior of these things, you don't feel crowded. It is a small cabin, but there's nothing behind you. I'm not like struggling for legroom. I'm not a particularly tall guy either, but I could back this seat up to where I could barely touch the pedals. This car specifically, super, super clean interior. Everything is like factory fresh. The only thing that's not is the double din stereo and this really nice Momo steering wheel, which personally, I'm not a big fan of this style steering wheel, but it fits this car perfectly. So for the exterior of the car, it's super classy and has that perfect sporty look, but we have Tenzo R front and rear bumper and side skirts. And then for the wheels, we have the TRD Alumake wheels, which I've never seen before, but I think they're pretty sweet. I love, and I've said this before, I love the motor being behind you and the way that the 3S GTE is set up in the car and on the chassis. The turbo is the closest thing to the cabin, so it just makes all the right noises. It's such a blast to drive. Now you guys may be asking about the dyno portion of this and how much this motor specifically makes. This car has a 3S GTE motor. It's unfortunately one that we never got in the States. It's a turbocharged inline 4-cylinder, and it's a peppy little guy. You can tell that it's peppy because it's got plenty of torque. So what's really insane is that the only thing that's done to this motor is intake and exhaust. On the dyno, we got 195 horsepower and 197 foot-pounds of torque to the wheels. So this motor is super healthy and it's plenty strong. That torque number being up there close to 200 makes this just a blast to drive, and it pulls hard.